shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You brought my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, balls of fire. I love your love, cause I thought it was funny. But you came along and you proved me, honey. I changed my mind, it's love is mine. Goodness gracious, balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Oh, that feels good. Hold me, baby. I wanna love you like a love should. You're fine, it's so kind. I'ma tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I get nervous, but it's sure it's fun. Come on, baby, you're driving me crazy. Cause it's crazy, it's crazy, balls of fire.
Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on last year's national champion, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. So Notre Dame's offense will get the rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
bunch formation for these receivers. Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man down the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The midshipman offense makes its way onto the field for their first possession of the game. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football. I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties. And you're right, speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
So now it's second and long. They'll run the option. The pitch. Shakes off the defender. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Navy now in trouble here on third and long. To the air, it's Woodson. Snagged in the middle, they touch it. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That is a cannon shot, and it's headed out of bounds. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Bringing the heat. Under heat, he gets rid of it. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. And Navy will go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Runs through a tackle.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounted for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. Offense scoops it up and still going. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Dropping back, it's Woodson. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Payne. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. Run it with the fullback. Breaks the tackle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, they got a lot of trust in this running back on these big downs to go find a way to get it there. On that fourth down, that is a huge play in this game, and he delivers for his team.
Handoff from the gun. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Illegal blocking.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up.
Let's go.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. On the option. He'll do it himself. He breaks the tackle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. We want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Navy will have it with a first and goal. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you can tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Give to the big fullback. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field. They get through and it's blocked. He didn't get it, and what a stop by this defense to get the football back.
Yeah, and the short field goals are a lot harder to block because they get up high in the air, but nice job by the kick block unit getting in there, getting their hands up, and blocking them a field goal, baby.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Under fire! And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play! Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, the offense got themselves in a bad position to start, but a nice change up there, handing it off and getting a lot of the yardage back, David, now to set up third and at least a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, and when it's third and forever.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical, they've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something done.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up in my mouth.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Finds space on the right. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Goes to the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That is no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
When you look back on games, you look at missed opportunities. And that's 6 points right there that this field goal unit has missed out on. The bad operation, another missed kick in a tie football game, these really hurt.
Jackson will throw. Punch it out of the air. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Back to pass. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Irish send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Navy offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. They'll power it inside with a fullback. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. The chains now on second and long. Here comes the option. Well, there's always football on the bad pitch. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Gets away from one, finds some space.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Three periods in the books, and it would be an understatement to say defense has carried the day. 0-0 as we take a look at the stats. This game has the look of one that if anybody can put any type of score on the board, they'll probably go home with a W as we start the fourth quarter. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. He'll ride his man on the option. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Give to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Sticks it in his belly. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Second and goal for this offense. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Sends it back in motion. To give to the big fullback. Touchdown, Midshipman! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Yeah, Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by a field goal over Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jackson gonna throw it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Got a man. It's Payne. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upside.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on an offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, big moment for the defense now, because you know you're one play away from winning this thing. You got a 1-possession lead. You've just forced 3 straight incompletions. Do you have enough left in the tank for one more stop?
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a backbreaker. It's 4th down, but listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The biggest thing you're probably disappointed in on offense is your lack of success running the football. And they've tried to give this guy the ball a few times in this game. Here we are in the fourth quarter. Still not a lot to show for it. Game really close in this juncture. You just wonder how many more times are they going to give him a try handing the ball off.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of
Nice, we got him. Poor Air Force. They get inside the top 10, they're about to get knocked back out outside the top 10. They're all A minus. So, coach? What brand? Holy moly. Yeah, I need to get as many halfbacks as possible. Alright. I need a quarterback, too. I lost the one quarterback I had. Recruiting for Navy is really difficult. I'm not going to get a quarterback. I don't see it happening. I'll try anyway. Nobody else has offered this guy. But it doesn't mean he won't bail on me and become a walk-on somewhere. How many tight ends do I need? I only need one. So if I don't get a quarterback, I'll be okay. Okay, so I actually need to be targeting another wide receiver and a fullback. Ugh. I just wasted a scholarship. Food. Food. Thank you. How's that for a playoff bracket?